For my marine bio class this summer, I had to create a project demonstrating and proposing a marine protected area. And for my project, I decided to focus on Juno Beach on the coast of Florida. My MPA project, marine protected area, I wanted to designate one for a section of Juno Beach that's in Florida. Some assets of Juno Beach is it's off the east coast of Florida in Palm Beach County, borders the Atlantic Ocean, and one of the main factors is that it's a primary sea turtle nesting site for three highly endangered species of sea turtles, including the leatherback, loggerhead, and green sea turtles that widely use this portion of Juno Beach during nesting season to lay their eggs and hatch offspring. The surrounding communities includes the Loggerhead Marine Life Center, which is right on Juno Beach, is one of the main conservation areas for the sea turtles there, and manages the location of Juno Beach. There's also the Juno Beach town government and the Loggerhead Park, which includes a portion of a portion between Juno Beach and the Loggerhead Marine Life Center. It includes that area that's in the middle and is like a recreation and educational place for the local community to hang out and stuff. About the Loggerhead Marine Life Center, their primary efforts of conservation, hospital, education, and research, mainly for in rehabilitation, mainly for the sea turtles in the Juno Beach area and the surrounding beaches along the Atlantic coast of Florida. They are a nonprofit organization funded by donations, fundraising. They have an adopting a turtle program where you can adopt one of their turtles that they have rescued and tagged with a GPS system, and you can like provide like funding to help them with that specific turtle. And they also have the Juno Beach town government and community support with their their rescues and stuff. As you can see, like in the image, how it's like the local community has gathered and a celebration of one of their releases of rehabilitated sea turtles back in 2013. They also mainly are dedicated to conservation efforts with the leatherback, loggerhead, and green sea turtles. As I mentioned earlier, that was a major part of endangered species in this area. And they monitor and maintain, as well as educate the public about the Juno Beach area and about what they do and the importance of marine life and conservation, as well as these individual sea turtle species. Establishing a marine protected area, which is the main goal of this project. Why marine protected area in Juno Beach? Well, currently, the current protections and management without having an MPA is so far basically only the Loggerhead Marine Life Center through their maintenance and monitoring of Juno Beach and their conservation and research and stuff. There's also Loggerhead Park, which allows the community to engage with Juno Beach in a safe manner. That was established by the town of Juno Beach, but it doesn't really like protect the area, and the turtles, it more so just provides awareness. There's also educational and research opportunities for schools and professionals through the Loggerhead Marine Life Center. They have internships, educational tours, and information sessions about what they do and about just marine life and sea turtle conservation and rescue efforts in general. What establishing a marine protected area would bring to Juno Beach would be what they have now, but more specifically a dedicated area that is officially protected on a state level instead of just by a local government and organization. The nesting site of the sea turtles would not be disturbed, and its levels during the nesting seasons, which I believe they're currently occurring now, as they started in May and they last for a few months. So It would monitor, also monitor levels of human interaction with certain parts of Juno Beach, specifically the area that's going to be marked as a MPA. Allowing back to with the nesting sites, no human visitation or travel during these nesting times within the nesting areas, mainly within the MPA designated area, because that's mainly going to cover these nesting areas. And there's also a overall dedicated area of protection that can benefit the local community through education and conservation efforts, and which would bring professionals and students of multiple diverse backgrounds into the area from like different majors. You can have bio majors, marine majors, education majors. You have vets, like veterinarians. You have history students. I'm a history student. You can learn about the history and how conservation efforts have affected Florida throughout the entire time, but also just specifically Florida and sea turtles, or like the history of Juno Beach or any of that. The MPA plan specifically would instill this area of this picture that's marked in red would be the specific area that the MPA protects. You have the Loggerhead Marine Life Center, and then that grassy area to the south is where the Loggerhead Park is that I was talking about. And then you have all that's connected to the MPA area, which would be what is protected. This would be a no-take MPA plan, meaning that fishing and collecting are prohibited, and monitored human travel is still allowed. So humans and the population and public would still be able to access the place, but it just be more monitored and got some restrictions on more than it is now. As I was mentioning before, limited beach access for the public during sea turtle nesting season, which is a few months out of the year, except for those who are doing conservation, education, and research purposes. Only they will be allowed during the nesting time within the MPA area, so they can do what they need to do. No human development or construction projects will occur within the designated zone of the marine protected area. This connected directly with Loggerhead Park and Loggerhead Marine Life Center, like I was saying earlier. All this benefits sea turtle research, conservation, and their population growth, as well as the Loggerhead Marine Life Center and the town of Juno Beach as a whole, through community engaging and research and just the whole connection system that this brings. And also too, by establishing this, it adds another safe place for the sea turtles along the Atlantic coast of Florida, for where they can nest and not be irresponsibly disturbed. There's already a couple areas above and below Juno Beach and state parks where sea turtles can nest and be protected, but Juno Beach is still is a main section of where they go and are registered and tracked and seen to nest. And it would be great if it was added to this to make like a section of the coast that's like protected for these turtles. Breakdown of the guidelines for establishment on how this is going to happen. Partnerships are very important. For me personally being part of Florida Southern College, and being connected, and also having connections with our people, staff, teachers, students. We can, in the creation of this MPA proposal plan, we can bring in connections with our sea turtle rescue and conservation centers around Florida, because we do have marine students and we do partner with other conservation centers around Florida and research and sea turtle conservation as well. There are students and staff that be more likely willing to help establish this MPA, and it's also a college education center right smack dab in the middle of central Florida. So we got far outreach. We can reach to all the coast, and we'll reach Central Florida area with people who are not living along the coast, but we can reach them and bring them out there and show them how important this is going to be. We also have the Loggerhead Marine Life Center, their main conservation and rehabilitation, the primary hospital and education center. They're located adjacent to the area, possibly, hopefully, going to be the main management source for this MPA. They're already managing the location right now, and hopefully they'll want to partner with us and be able to manage this once we get the MPA going. And by having this location, the center also has the support of the Juno Beach town government and local community. And then we have the town of Juno Beach in general. And the government specifically can help with the approval process. They know the local area and community, which can help with a bunch of things like fundraising and organization gatherings and like fun events and stuff to help spread the word, and also to provide possible government funding and help with needed permits and all that mess. Then we have the fundraising and monetary methods. This would be like how we raise the money to be able to actually establish this MPA and be able to maintain it, hopefully be able to maintain it and stuff and protect it. Digital printed flyers to spread the word, get everything out. Official website, more to spread the word. You can accept donations on the website, provide support for local communities. And for this project in general, you can also give education and stuff about sea turtle and awareness and how marine protections and MPAs are actually beneficial to the local community and to the marine populations. And then there's government and local grants from community and sponsors, which would be awesome. Fundraising events to gain donations and spread awareness. And then media presence, possibly the local news. You can have like a little snippet in a newspaper, the Juno Beach community page. You can have like a little bit on there about this. And then there's other sources and stuff, which is spreading the word, letting people know, and yeah. And then there's what's expected for financial contributions. For starting this MPA, since there's a lot of stuff that has already been established with the Loggerhead Marine Life Center, and the small size of the MPA area that needs to be marked off, and the almost no amount of human development in that area, be about $50,000 to get everything set up, organized, and ready to go, possibly for the next 2 to 3 years, and keeping it steady for maintaining the MPA throughout the next 10 years after it's established, which considers protecting the area and any resources or things that are done outside of the Loggerhead Marine Life Center, be about between $200,000, $250,000, which is about round average. And then emergency funds for unplanned circumstances, that includes hurricanes, since Florida's hit by hurricanes all the time. The hurricanes, any unexpected development above, around, below the established area, and possibly the impacts that they could have on it. For example, like if a pipeline breaks, or if there's like residential communities that want to be established there, or and stuff like that. And also to beach erosion, because of the rising sea level wars and stuff, and all the storms coming in. Beach erosion is actually a big thing in Florida, and due to that and stuff, since sea turtles need the beach to do their nesting, beach erosion would be a thing that would be possibly in consideration. Be about an estimate like $10,000 to have like kind of the back establishment, just kind of like in preparation. So it'd be like a good thing, like set aside a good amount. So what's in store for Juno Beach as being a marine protected area? What's next? Conserving, protecting, and nourishing the sea turtle species of the loggerhead, leatherback, and green sea turtles that makes Juno Beach the grounds for their next generations. It's very important. This image here, Respect the Locals, is a event right now that the Loggerhead Marine Life Center is currently doing to bring awareness about sea turtle nesting beginning this May and lasting throughout the summer. Just a means to bring awareness to people, let them know, hey, sea turtle nesting is happening, you need to respect them, keep distance from their nests. If you see any problems, to let the center know, and just kind of be aware of your surroundings and stuff. And if you have any questions and stuff, there's education programs going on and all that to explain about what they do and about the conservation efforts of these sea turtles and everything as such, with educating future marine life professionals in the community about the marine oceans and how sea turtles greatly impact them and what can be done to help. There's also to the community and the group and everything overall facing the challenges of storms, environmental challenges, and future development problems that arise and could impact the MPA or surrounding areas. And also to building relations with local schools and Florida Southern College and our colleges to educate and provide resources in marine conservation efforts and how to continue and grow them and further them for the future time. Here's my works cited page of all the text information I have received for this. The image sources were found below the images in the presentation. And I want to thank you for attending this presentation talk with me about setting up an MPA or a marine protected area for a section of Juno Beach in Florida. Thank you.